Hi everybody. In this video, I will talk about Redux flow in React Native application. So firstly, we have a React Native application with text input, with button, with flat list. This is some of the basic element or component in your React Native application. So we have multiple state. We have many state for the application, and so how to manage this state with a very complicated app. It is very difficult because you have to get the property from the parent component, etc. So let's use Redux and React Native. So the React Redux library or package is very easy to use. And what is Redux? Redux is a predictable state container for JavaScript application. It means it manages all the state of your application in a global object store. So firstly, this is an application, and we have a text field. We press add, and this is an action. When you are tasked to add, it is an action. So the action is an object, has some property, type, text, index, etc. But it have to match the type. It has to type and some other property. The type can be string, and this is an action. The action occurs when the user press to the button in your application, and the action can be dispatched to the reducer. And what is the reducer? Reducer are some of the function that will change the state from the current state to the new state. So after we have the new state, we will replace the current state to the new state, and this is the dispatching process. So after dispatching, we want to manage the reducer by using an unique object. It is a store object will be outer of the reducer. It many of the reducer inside this, and you have to set the provider component out of the store. And after updating the state component, the user interface will be re-rendered, and the component will be refreshed the user interface. And it is a Redux flow, the basic of the Redux flow for React Native. And when should I use Redux? Firstly, I use when we have complicated application with many components. So the second is that the app has a share component like user login information. You have to save it and use it in many other screens. The third is caching page state. Or the application have multiple page or screen, then you want to come to the next screen and come back to the previous screen or page. And what about the next video? In the next video, I will show you an example of to-do list app using Redux in React Native. We have a button here, we have a text input here, and we have multiple tasks to add tasks to here using the action and some of the element inside the Redux. Okay, and this is a very basic app for a demo of Redux in React Native. Inside this app, we will implement a store in a separate file reducer, in a separate folder directory, provider, actions, and the UI component, etc. Okay, so I will distinguish between each of the element here to show you detail to understand about the Redux. It is the end of my lesson today. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos or download code in GitHub here.